Over the last month or two, people outside of Korea have been freaking out over this whole North Korean situation, and with good reason too. Every time you turn on the news or go to a news site, there's always something new about North Korea, its regime, or the threat of nuclear war. They even go as far to discuss scenarios of what each side would do if an actual war escalated. The irony in all of this is that hardly anyone in South Korea is worried at all, whether they're Korean or an expat. In fact, I personally don't know a single person here who is losing any sleep over this. And, hidden inside of those attention-grabbing headlines are links to stories that show people here aren't worried at all. Isn't it weird that the people who are outside the range of North Korea's missiles are more freaked out than the people who would be the main target of these missiles? A lot of the worry stems from scaremongering and sensationalism from the Western media outlets. It's their job to put out stories and to increase viewership. Nothing has changed here and people are just going about their daily lives. People here are more concerned about paying their bills, what they're doing this weekend, or finding a boyfriend or girlfriend, not about getting bombed by North Korea. This might be hard for people outside of South Korea to understand, but North Korea making threats is nothing new, especially for people who've been living here their entire lives. In fact, North Korea has done a lot worse over the past 60 years. I'll be listing just 10 of them, while you can see Koreans on a Friday night who are less worried about war than you are. January 21st, 1968. A 31-member commando team infiltrates South Korea and disguise themselves as South Korean soldiers with the mission to kill South Korean President Park Chung-hee. They get within half a mile of the presidential palace before they're discovered by South Korean police. 28 out of the 31 commandos were killed, with 68 South Koreans killed and 66 wounded. January 23, 1968. Just days after the assassination attempt on President Park, the North Korean Navy boards and captures the USS Pueblo near North Korean waters. One crew member is killed with 83 others captured. Though the crew members were later released, the vessel itself is still in North Korea where it is used as a museum ship. October 1968. 130 North Korean commandos infiltrate South Korea by sea through Gangwon province. Of the 130 commandos, 110 were killed, 7 captured, and 13 fled. 40 South Korean police officers and soldiers were killed, along with 23 civilians. April 15, 1969. About 90 miles off the North Korean coast, North Korean MiG shoot down a US EC-121 reconnaissance plane over the East Sea. All 31 crew members died. October 9, 1983. An assassination attempt is made on South Korean President Chun Doo-hwan by North Korean agents while on an official visit to Rangoon, Burma. The president, who was delayed due to traffic, was only minutes away from arriving when the bomb exploded. 17 senior South Korean officials were killed and 14 injured. There are a total of 21 deaths and 46 injuries. November 29, 1987. Korean airline flight 858 explodes mid-air while en route from Baghdad to Seoul. A bomb was planted by 2 North Korean agents, killing all 115 people on board. May and June 1996. 5 North Korean vessels crossed into South Korean waters twice, which leads to a 4-hour standoff with the South Korean Navy. A similar incident occurs the following month, this time with 3 North Korean vessels. June 15, 1999. North Korean ships crossed into South Korean waters over 62 times in 9 days, and a North Korean patrol boat begins opening fire. This eventually leads to the sinking of 1 North Korean torpedo boat, as well as severe damage on 3 patrol boats and slight damage on 3 other boats. An estimated 17 to 30 North Korean personnel were killed, with around 70 wounded. Only 9 South Korean personnel were wounded. March 26, 2010. South Korean Navy vessel Cheonan is allegedly sunk by a torpedo from a North Korean midget submarine. 46 seamen were killed and 56 wounded. November 23, 2010. North Korea shells South Korean island Yeonpyeong in the Yellow Sea, and South Korea returns artillery fire of its own. 2 South Korean Marines and 2 civilians were killed, with over 20 people wounded. South Korean fighter jets were also scrambled to the area, though no further action was taken.